I just watched Fly Me to the Moon in theaters yesterday, so let's talk about it. So, guys, like I said in the intro, I did finally get to see Fly Me to the Moon. This is one of my most anticipated movies of the summer. I was curious what they're going to do with this film, and it's a good movie. It's a pretty good movie. I enjoyed the movie. I went with two of my friends. They're pretty young. They're like, what, 7, 8. So they did not get the movie. I'm 12, so obviously I did get what the movie was going for, what the movie was about. They didn't get it. So it's starring Scarlett Johansson as Kelly Jones and Channing Tatum as Cole Davis. And it's a like they're it takes place in 1969, and these people everyone's trying to land a man on the moon. That's their goal of the movie, which I actually think it's a smart idea. I thought this movie was actually going to be bad. I thought I thought it wouldn't be about that. I thought it would be like 2024, just gonna be landing another man on the moon. But as the first thing, like trying to beat the Russians, this is a smart idea. It's a cool idea. It's definitely not my favorite movie of the year. I have a whole list. It's in like sixth place or something right now. I think it's an enjoyable film. I had fun with it. I think it's better than Despicable Me 4. But I think it's a nice film. But let's get into it. The movie begins like just showing these like newspaper stuff of articles that these three astronauts, because they tried landing these three men on the moon before, and they died. They died. So everyone's sad about that. And then it shows Cole Davis trying a test run. It explodes on him. That sucks. By the way, guys, there are spoilers in this review, so please watch the movie before you get this. I don't want to get any bad comments. So please watch Fly Me to the Moon before you watch this video, guys. And without further ado, let's get right back to the movie. So anyway, then we see Kelly Jones, which is Scarlett Johansson's character. She lies to everyone about her names and stuff and trying to get jobs. And she's in this meeting, whatever. And then she gets met from this guy named like Mo or something. Anyway, he's like, oh hey, do you want to work at NASA and try and get a man on the moon? She's like, oh yeah, sure. So, and you're getting paid for this. So she and her assistant go to Florida. Anyway, they go to Florida, and they're pretty excited. She meets Cole Davis, and he makes an impression on her, saying, "You're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen." Then he walks away, and then the next day he realizes that she's working there and tries to take it back because he's too embarrassed. Guys, this is a romantic comedy film, so just putting it up there. By the way, guys, I've already said this, but it does take place in 1969, so everything's pretty old. Anyway, yeah, like they're just doing a bunch of test runs and stuff keeps breaking. They're trying to just fix everything so they can get to the moon. It's a smart idea. Well, they keep going on like some dates and stuff. All that, like, and then like there's a tour view, there's a crocodile place. That's pretty cool. So then later in the movie, get to the later stages of the movie. I'm not gonna spend the whole movie, because like this movie was really long. Like it was like over 2 hours. Over 2 hours and 20 minutes long. It was a long movie, surprisingly. Anyway, later in the movie, we meet these two guys. I forget their name and stuff like that. I forget their name. I mean, she says to Cole that I'm giving him ideas and like casting people so they can act for him. And she's like telling Cole, hey, why don't we film up at if we land on the moon? Like put like a camera on the spaceship so that Neil Armstrong and the two other guys can go up there and film it. And then obviously does not agree with her, and they get in a couple of fights. Yeah. So finally we, probably not in the middle of the film. Probably something like that. Maybe a little bit closer to the end. Not at the end, though. Not the final 30 minutes. I'll say, because I'm not explaining the whole movie. This is a very, I don't even remember the whole movie, bro. I mean, there's this cat that means bad luck. That's, a funny thing. Anyway, then Mo comes in again and explains to her that he wants her to, because if the moon fails, well, he explains, no. He explains to Cole Davis and Kelly Jones that, hey, why don't we, I think that's a good idea about filming up in the moon. So then Cole, he finally agrees because Mo works for the government. So then they put a camera on the spaceship. Anyway, then later in the movie, later stages of the movie, then there's just some stuff talking and stuff. I'm not gonna explain that. Then Mo comes in again, probably 20 minutes later in the movie. He's tells Kelly that if the project fails, if they don't make it to the moon, then he wants her to act it out, make it just like they're actually on the moon, but act it out. So she brings in her director friend, and they start their working, but they cannot tell Cole. So yeah, so they just keep doing it, working on the acting. They finally finish. Well, no, before that they don't finish. They're just doing a test run if they can make it to the moon, and they do that. But then the whole world will be watching, and Kelly doesn't want to fake it, but she has really no choice. So then they keep working on it, and they finally finish, and it's the day they land on the moon, finally. So then, this is it. They get Neil Armstrong and the two other guys, and they go to the moon, and everyone's very happy and stuff, and they make it. So then they film on the moon, and they're filming acting, and then something bad happens. The black cat, jumps on the set when they're filming, so people can see it. But then they realize that the perfect filming is coming from the moon, not from the acting. So it's not a big deal. So that whole thing was pointless. Really pointless. So then, yeah. So then they come back from the moon, they're having a big party. And they're and before that, actually, Kelly Jones and Cole Davis take a plane ride to this house to convince I forget, just an important person. Then they come back and they kiss a bunch. And then they do that. And at the end, they do like a dance thing. So they dance and they keep kissing. That's basically the movie. Well, that's the important parts of the movie. So if you enjoyed, like and subscribe. Have a good one, everyone. See ya.